What if we could bring back the giants of the past?
What if we could bring back the giants of the past?
The dream of resurrecting dinosaurs captivates the imagination. But science demands we check fantasy against hard reality. Our journey begins with the DNA, the blueprint of life. For cloning, we need an intact, complete genetic sequence. A fossilization is inherently destructive to long-chain polymers. Millions of years of geological pressure break down the code. But even the best preserved samples show massive degradation. We are left with only tiny, damaged puzzle pieces. The common trope involves filling gaps with modern amphibian DNA. This patchwork results in a hybrid, not a true resurrection. On evolutionary paths diverged hundreds of millions of years ago. All the cellular machinery required is fundamentally incompatible. And now that we understand DNA recovery limits, let's explore gestation. Even with perfect DNA, an egg requires an ideal maternal environment. Replicating the precise chemical balance of extinct reptiles is near impossible. But we lack samples of the specific hormones and proteins involved. Without the right signaling molecules, development stalls or fails catastrophically. And assuming successful birth, the containment challenge begins immediately. Fictional security systems often rely on predictable, binary logic gates. A real-world biology is chaotic, exploiting any weakness in engineering. Dinosaurs, especially large predators, require vast, specific territories. Even minor environmental shifts can stress an artificially created species. But tracking and behavioral monitoring become exponentially difficult at scale. We barely understand the social structures of existing large reptiles. How would a pack of resurrected apex predators coordinate in reality? Weather events alone pose existential threats to fragile ecosystems. Diseases, an invisible foe, find new hosts rapidly in novel combinations. But maintaining biosecurity for an entire cloned species is unprecedented. One single breach, one compromised airlock, leads to global catastrophe. Now that we understand containment risks, let's examine the missing science. We must consider the ancient climate required for their survival. Atmospheric oxygen levels then were significantly higher than today. This higher concentration directly impacted respiratory efficiency and size. Their food sources were different. The flora has drastically changed. A recreated dinosaur might starve on contemporary plant life. Metabolic rates needed for giant bodies are poorly constrained by current data. The world that shaped them is gone, they are temporal anomalies. And yet, the drive for discovery persists, pushing against known limits. Modern genetics explores radical new pathways to de-extinction. And techniques like advanced genome editing offer theoretical pathways forward. We can sometimes activate dormant ancestral genes in living relatives. But this yields atavisms, echoes of the past, not full recreations. At the ethical dimension also demands rigorous, sober consideration. Creating life means taking absolute responsibility for its entire existence. We wrestle with the consequences of playing the role of creator. But history shows human error often triumphs over the best intentions. The chain of events leading to failure is tragically predictable. But once released, these creatures would face an alien world, and us. The clash between giants and modern civilization is not sustainable. The fictional vector, the mosquito, also faces biological realities. Even if preserved, DNA fragments degrade within the insect host. But the planet itself has dramatically shifted its chemical and physical makeup. Every simulated environment we create is a simplification of reality. But the star's output, the solar constant, was different back then. The true marvel lies not in creation, but in understanding what remains. Fossils offer an untainted record, immune to modern biological interference. Studying the living descendants gives us the deepest insights possible. The Jurassic Park narrative is a powerful thought experiment about boundaries. But science doesn't resurrect giants, but it certainly expands our universe.